Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday. Hope we're doing very well and looking forward to a much long weekend, well-deserved break. Everyone in school or at work. No doubt the days leading up to Easter can be very hectic because we all want to sign off right from work, school and whatnot. So I hope we're looking forward to the break as much as I am. Okay? Purpose of today's recording is to talk about basically the season so far for St Kilda. Okay, they're having a bye this weekend, round 4, and they don't play next weekend till next weekend. Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval at Gather Round. So I thought, let me use this opportunity to just give a review of how I think things, have gone so far for the Saints. Now, you all can comment your thoughts. You're entitled to your opinions. Please do comment your thoughts. I'll be looking forward to hearing those as well. Okay? All right. Before I do that, though, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to our tutoring school. As you can see there, the Roku School of Excellence. Okay, I'll just move it up here. So, it's a tutoring school that was founded by my wife and I, where group and individual classes are given for years 5 to 12 mathematics across all year levels. Okay, across all year levels, except specialist maths, as well as classes for South Indian classical drums, Western drums, and an electronic percussion instrument called the octopad. So if you know of anyone, including your child or any friends or loved ones who might be interested, please ask them to contact us, and we'll be more than happy to help them with enrollments. My wife looks after the enrollment and academic side of things, and I look after pretty much the the fees and class syllabus side of things. Okay, so that's what that school's all about. Okay, before I share my thoughts, what I think about the season so far. Okay, now you all will be having the knives out thinking, geez, St Kilda have picked up so many players in the off-season. They've spent a lot of cash, but they've only won 1 game and lost 3, of which 2 of them were winnable. Look, I agree. But I thought our recruits were not the issue for our start. I thought they've all fitted in very nicely, trying to understand their roles. I thought they've been pretty decent. Okay. And don't forget, not trying to say this to justify this, but when you come to a new club, the role, and you're playing the same role, the role that you play in the new club is very different to what, not different, the way you go about it's different to how it was in your old club. E.g., Tom de Koning had to share the ruck combo with Mark Pitternet and Carlton. He comes to St Kilda and he's now the primary ruckman with Rowan Marshall as a backup. Different ball game, but trying to fit nicely. Jack Silvani, another former Carlton product. He was a defender along with, Caleb Marchbank, Jacob Wiedering, everyone in the back line. Playing alongside Jacob Wiedering is a different ball game than playing alongside with Dougal Howard, Cal Wilkie, Alex Taru, etc. Yes, Jacob Wiedering and Cal Wilkie are all Australians. They're great defenders, great assets for their club, but slightly different approach. Sam Flanders played alongside with guys like Noah Anderson and Matt Rowell of the Gold Coast. But if you see, he's playing alongside with guys like Garcia, Bokchul, Darcy Wilson, who are slightly younger but very talented. So different sort of mechanism there. Okay? So Liam Ryan, another one. He played alongside guys in the forward lines like Waterman, Oscar Allen and all. Now he's joining the likes of Jack Higgins, Dan Butler, Cooper Sharman, Max King when he returns. Different dimension, but same role. Okay? Expectations are different. So to be able to fit in will take its time. But they're fitting in pretty nicely. I thought, as I said earlier, they're not the reason why we are losing these games. Okay? Now, my thoughts on the games season so far. Here it is, guys. Let's dissect it one by one. I felt the effort and intent has to be commended for most patches in each game. I agree. Yes, it was 33 points was the biggest loss so far. But don't forget, it took Brisbane till the middle of last quarter to put St Kilda away. I thought till then, St Kilda matched it very nicely with them. They really, really matched it nicely with them. Could you say the same about Collingwood last night? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now everyone will try and cover up for that. Oh, no Nick Dykos, no Collingwood. Well, guess what? St Kilda don't have their full team either. They don't have Liam Hendry. They don't have Jack McRae, some experience. They don't have Max King. But they matched it. Keep in mind, guys, every time St Kilda have played Brisbane the last few years, They've been blown away by Brisbane from the start of the game. Especially that 2024 encounter at Marvel. They lost by 85 points. What are we speaking? It only got to 33 points at the end of the game. So I thought it was a better effort by the Saints. Okay? So the effort is great. Probably a little bit of polish we have to work on. Number 2, we haven't found ways to unsettle the teams in a game, with GWS being the exception. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to share my screen here and let's talk about this in a little bit more detail. Now, you see this. You look at all these results. It's been pretty neck to neck most of the time, okay? Till the very end. But every time we have kicked goals, right? Every time we have kicked goals, the opposition find a way to wrestle the momentum back, including Melbourne. You look a breakdown here. Take a Melbourne game, for example. We kicked the first 3 goals, and then they came back a bit. And then we kept going. They had an answer. And then they took the lead. That was an example. And we did a similar thing to Collingwood and Brisbane. When we look like we're in control, the opposition team find a way to take it back, except GWS, because when GWS, except the last quarter where we went flat, we were thrashing them throughout most of the game. So no issues there. So for that, we just still not found a way to unsettle the teams consistently. You look at last week, Brisbane Lions. We were starting well. I bet you bottom dollar, there was no Brisbane player who panicked yet. They looked at the scoreboard and were like, geez, that's St Kilda's best all season. We can get this. And they did get it in the last quarter. They got it. They got what they mission accomplished. None of them looked panicked. Obviously, they're a premiership team. They've been there, done that. But they could have panicked. But we didn't find a way to make them panic. We kept kicking so many behinds that kept them in it, even though we looked threatening with the ball going forward. So it didn't really scare them. You look at that quarter time score. That's a shocker. How many behinds do we kick in the first quarter? We are opening the game for them. Okay, I'll just share the screen again on this one. Sorry, I'm just going back between the thing. You look here, how many behinds we kicked? An absolute shocker. We are opening the gates for Brisbane to take this game on, right? Every time we are threatening to go forward, they find a way. And it was only 8 points at halftime. We trailed by 2 at 3/4 time, and they took it away next level. Look at that. It just took them a couple of minutes to win the game, despite us matching it with them. That shows we have a bit of work to do to unsettle every team on a consistent basis. Okay? That goes to show, guys, we have to be able to work on that consistently to unsettle them. It's got to be a case that, oh dear, St Kilda have kicked so many goals. What can we do to try and take it back from them? Till today, we have not made a team think like that. We need to. If we're going to be a force to reckon with, and I'd like to think we will, with the players we've got and more to come in the off-season, we have to be able to do that. That's what's expected of us, guys. That's what's expected of us. We have to be able to do that. Number 3, I'm sure you'll all agree with this. The chemistry between all players across the ground has not been 100%. One game, the defense is solid. The rest is crap. The next game, either the midfield or forward is good, and vice versa. But tell me a game in the first 4 games where all of them have clicked. I know it's early season, early days, and I don't want to jump the gun. There hasn't been any. There absolutely hasn't been any. You look at Collingwood, okay? We were beaten in the midfield. I thought the forwards and defense was good, and we got liberated in the midfield. Dykos, Bo McCreary, Jordan DeGoey, Chris, they had other ideas. The game against Melbourne in round 1, I thought our midfield was okay. Forwards were okay. Defense was horrible. We made Jacob Van Rooyen look like the best forward in the competition that day. He has never kicked 6 goals in his life, guys. He's a talented player, but he's not a 6-goal-a-game player. And I think I mentioned that review game, round 1 review loss to Melbourne in my video. Round 2 against GWS, I thought that was probably the better of defense, midfield and forward clicking up, though we slacked off at the last quarter. Number 4, round 3 against Brisbane. Yeah, it was a mixed bag. There was still no chemistry or zing between the three positions. So we have to get that consistently, guys. You look at Brisbane, they have assets everywhere. You know what I mean? If their defense is slowing down, the midfield or forward will take over. If their forwards are going ballistic, midfield and defense will take over. Like, they didn't have a great first 2 quarters on shot on goal, but their defense contained St Kilda's behinds. They put enough pressure for St Kilda to miss goals in the first half. So they've got a weapon everywhere, Brisbane, and that's why they're a team on the to look out for everybody. Okay, number four. We need to work on our conversion opportunities better. That's impacted the results in a very shocking way. Go to the opening round, guys. Everyone said it was not Collingwood who won it. St Kilda lost it. Yes, we didn't kick straight. Liam Ryan kicked a beauty from the boundary, only to miss 125 metres in front later. That would have probably levelled the scores. Cooper Sharman missed a sitter. He's such a sharp shooter on goal. Melbourne, I thought our kicking was okay. GWS, was okay too. Brisbane, shocking. We have to be able to work on this for any chance. So that was, I thought, number 4. Number 5, as I mentioned or paraphrased earlier, I felt our new recruits have been okay. Okay? They've been all right. You know, you talk of TDK, I thought his follow-through has been okay. He was a bit up and down in the Brisbane game, but he will learn from that. Okay, I thought he's been okay, serviceable. Has a good leaping of the ball, pass giving first use to the players. I thought Flanders has been a good run and gun midfielder, passing the ball and stuff. Good, distribution of the ball to his teammates. What's the other one? Jack Silvani. I think he's the Josh Battle replacement. I get a feeling the money's on is what Josh Battle left at St Kilda to go to Hawthorn. I thought he's fitted in pretty nicely, taken some crucial marks. Did a good holding the ball tackle last week. He's not been a problem. I thought he's fitted in the line pretty okay. I can see he's working well. He's learning a lot from Cal Wilkie and Dougal Howard. And he provides an additional dimension off a tall defender. He's not a small guy, guys. He's about 6'4", 6'5". He's a big guy, though he might not look it on TV. I've seen him close up last week, and he's quite tall, humongous. So I thought he's fitting in pretty okay. And number 4, Liam Ryan, probably had the best game in the Saints colours last week. Provides that spark, leadership, X factor. And you can see Jack Higgins is not under no pressure to score so much like last year. Liam Ryan is a very dynamic forward, and he can do what many small forwards can't do, which is flying high and taking the marks. And remember, he's a premiership player. He's been there, done that. He knows what it means to try and take the club forward, okay, with support from others to the big stage, okay? So I thought they have been pretty good. So that's what I feel are my thoughts so far. Now, in terms of what they have to work on, let's talk about it. I'll just mute that. Elements that I think they have to work on based on all what I've discussed. Number 1, their set shots on goal. Come on. So many gettable shots we missed on goal that's costed us the game. Just go back to the Collingwood game, go to the Brisbane game. They are teams, everyone's saying, Collingwood will be slow, they'll fall off the canvas, but they're the same Collingwood who can hurt you on the scoreboard if you don't score. You watched the game last night against Brisbane. Brisbane didn't kick many goals. They kicked a lot of behinds. But when it mattered, they hit the scoreboard. Oscar Allen hit the few. Zach Bailey. Logan Morris. Every time when Elliott kicked a few to put Collingwood back within touch striking distance, Brisbane made it non-striking distance. That's how good Brisbane were with their set shots on goal last night. And it could have been a bigger victory had it been them kicking a bit straighter. But it doesn't matter. They won by close to 10 goals, and that's a big shellacking for the Pies. Number 2, forwards, especially the tall ones, should spread out and provide different lead distributions. I agree. You look at the games last week and week before, you see your Cooper Sharman, Anthony Caminiti, Mason Wood, Higgins, they're all clunking up into one area. They should be spreading out, to be very honest with you. They should be spreading out, providing leads in different directions. You look at Brisbane, you have Zach Bailey running in one direction, Logan Morrison in another. Lincoln McCarthy, Cam Rayner, they've got a lot of options, and they spread beautifully. So we've got to be working on that, guys. Because if you're all going to clunk it up in one place, it's going to make it easier for the opposition defenders to be able to spoil it. Okay, so something to be working on. Number 3 pretty much sums up everything I've been talking about. Sustainability across all 4 quarters will be the key. Yes. GWS, we may have won, but we took the foot off the pedal in the last quarter. Same with last week. We did the same thing we did against GWS. Only thing is the result was a loss to Brisbane. We just couldn't match it with them. They went next level, and it was, there was the game right there. So sustainability is the key. There's been a lot of talk saying the Saints did a lot of trial runs. They were fit. Some of them have dropped weight. They've become very good in their, body composition, which I don't want to talk about too much. Show it. Show that's the case. One of the ways you can show a team is fit is running out the games. They've got to run it out, and St Kilda haven't done that just yet. So show us what you've got after the bye, Saints. Show us that you really mean business about your fitness, okay? And that's what I meant with point number 4. Show us that you haven't given up on the season. Show us that you really care about playing finals. Show us that, the reason you have spent big money is to strengthen the list. And using that strengthened list, you win more games. Show us that, Saints. We're looking forward to it. Myself, and I'm sure all the fans are looking forward to it. Show us what you've got. You got to mean business, Saints. You got a coach who means business, and Ross Lyon. You got to show it, okay? Because last week, the way that you held yourself in that last quarter, just giving up, we're looking forward to the bye. That worries me. Yeah, it's a chance for you guys to regroup, but I hate the bye because it's like, geez, we want to get some momentum. But nonetheless, it's a great chance for you all to regroup, recoup, and really play well post-bye. Show us what you got. Show us that you really care for your fans and for the club. I'm not saying you don't care, but you consistently care to run out games, to hold on. Okay? Okay? You're not like Carlton. I mean, if you were like Carlton, you would have lost to DWS. But nonetheless, consistency has to be the key across all quarters. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fumble. Sometimes the teams will come at you, but the good teams find a way to withstand that, like what Brisbane did. If you notice, Brisbane didn't have every minute their way yesterday. Collingwood strung a few goals with McStay, Tim Membry, and Elliott, but Brisbane had an answer. That's what good teams do. That's what St Kilda should be chasing. Okay? So there I leave it, guys. That's what I feel will be my overall thoughts about the season so far. Please comment your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The more subscribers, the better. And yeah, my next video will be about a preview of the Port Adelaide game. So hopefully we get some players back then. McRae and all, Liam Henry. Let's see what happens. But till then, take care. Stay safe in Easter. Enjoy your break with your families, loved ones. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care for now and bye-bye.